and the camera pans back out slowly. But I'm going to stay hidden behind it. Because I'm looking, oh, you can't even talk because I'm not looking good today. It's damn disease. Hi, I'm going to keep the introduction short for once. I always say that when I talk for 50 minutes. Because if you're following my channel, well, hi to anyone who's watching. In case, hope you're having a great day. I'm Paul Murphy. If you're already watching the channel, then you know that I've already. This is the Bitter Reality CD that I made about 1998. It's a rough cut. The master disc is missing, but this came to light recently, and I'm trying to get all my stuff, because I'm quite seriously ill, uploaded onto the internety thing. I'm putting them up through as individual tracks, but some of the albums I wanted to put up through in trenches. I can't do the whole thing at a time because they're 74 minutes, and the camera here clicks into a new file at 37. So the Bitter Realities, I already made part 1, the first 6 tracks of this, as I'm sure you're already well aware, is the next 6 tracks, I guess. Because when one made albums, you know, you sequence them and everything, you know, so one track went into the other, you know, and all that is kind of lost on the streaming generation. I don't want to sound like an old hippopotamus here, but and that's fine, you know, and everything. You know, the internet's made for short attention spans, or short attention spans are made for the internet. Make the internet one of the two. As I was saying on a previous thing, that the disc flawed are. So you know, some of my songs go on, you know, 30 minutes in any case, you know. So if you've got a short attention span, I'm not the guy to follow. But if you've got a short attention span, hey, you've already clicked on something else, haven't you? Those of you who stay with us, what do you think they're watching? I reckon so too. Anyway, so this is Bitter Realities. You get in, and I'm sure there'll be a disclaimer here. This is like my protest period. I mean, I'm still in that period, but these were written between 82, I think, and 86. I was homeless in a squatting child, as I've detailed elsewhere. I lost a lot of friends there for a lot of the subject matter you're going to hear on this. Not so much as on the first 6 tracks and everything, but the first thing you're going to hear is Eye of the Needle, which, as I've said elsewhere, is based on a couple of people who are not around, you know. When I discovered this, I was ruminating on it just the other day as I was typing it up. I mean, I'm terminally ill and I'm dying, and I will die at 61, and probably quite soon now. And I feel very cheated, you know, because I don't drink and I don't smoke, and I've lived a good life from it. But anyway, you know, this damn disease came out of nowhere. So I feel cheated, but you know, Shane and the girl whose name I never knew, she just lived in one of the flats above us, so I knew her lifestyle, but you know, I mean, you know, it says in the song she's 18 but looks 35, you know, that's how it was. So be warned, you know, I mean, if you're having a good day, you know, or you got the kids about, it's their birthday party or something, you know, Daddy, can we open our presents? Well, I just want to listen to this song called Eye of the Needle first, guys, and then I'm going to listen to one called Bitter Realities, and then we'll cut your cake. Anyway, so here we go. So I'm going to try and get 6 songs done here, and I apologise for the paucity of the video, folks, but I'm not well enough to make anything other than these. So you've got the sun. Right, is there any sun now? So you got my back garden a couple of days ago, but at least it's got some movement in. No? Right, where we start in track 7. I'm going to amble on out and get some snacks.
The day seems to break just as she gets used to the night time. She's
screams, for God's sake, I can't go through this many more times. She puts the needle in her arm and lies back. She's feeling so weary. She clutches her lucky charms as the ceiling grows distant and bleary. She shakes like a leaf that has been swept up in a typhoon. She prays for relief, she prays that the pain will subside soon. She feels herself start to float, but each time it becomes harder. The ghosts start to gloat, and she knows that there's no one to guard her. Her arms turn to snakes and her stomach is full of revulsion. She starts to sweat and shake. She's coming down racked with convulsions. Her body tries to be sick, but there's nothing inside her to come out. On this trick, and there's so many more like her about. She feels so sad and lost. She's 18 but looks 35. And so high is the cost, so young and so barely alive. Does she think of the friends who will die playing this game? Does she think of the end? Does she look for someone to blame? Does she think of the days when it all seemed like fun and adventure? Before the future turned gray, lost in a mist of conjecture. Her blood runs like fire through veins so diseased and abused. The liars who said she had nothing to lose. And her heart starts to race, and her breath comes in short, heavy gasps. And she feels God's embrace as he ends her addiction. Eyes, hatred in her racist lies, and the politicians quick to despise the broken without the strength to rise, the dysfunctional play foundation jungle of society. Grief runs from a widow's stare to blind-minded judges who pretend to care. And justice can't seem to be fair to the nameless masses who are unaware that the law only works for those with power, wealth, and notoriety. Silence plays a major part, pulling lovers far apart, and in bigotry a clear head start in spreading anger in unloved hearts. Misogyny and self-loathing punctuate every sentence. The rules are written down in
dust and misspelled words that spread mistrust, enforced by people so unjust, corrupted by sin and wild-eyed lust, who bask in pleasure and spit in the face of repentance. Security, told that all men are born free, while wiretaps and closed-circuit TV make alive democracy, and the color of your skin mirrors the fairness in life that you'll receive. And Jesus died for you, they say, then they turn and look the other way, when the minds of the scum who love to prey on the weak decide it's time to play. So the story of the Good Samaritan is getting harder for me to believe. And there's bad news everywhere that you look, pornography in every book, and the churches are full of blue-eyed crooks who long ago forsook the ways of God for the short-term pleasures of the flesh. There's drugs being bought by 10-year-olds, teenage bodies being bought and sold, sisters of mercy die in the cold, and if the truth is due to be told, it's time someone said there's not much hope for this world left. Just couldn't care less. There's no glass in the windows, no light in the paint-sprayed hall. The elevator's demolished, and nobody cares at all. The stifling smell of stained urine and the stench of rising down inundate the senses. No one gives a damn. What do you think of your handiwork, Counselor Jones? Of your monument to squalor and ill health? Does your conscience care what you've done to your people? Or do you keep it placated with your wealth? Wife's head against the wall. Her screams echo down through the block, but nobody heeds their call. And a lonely unmarried mother raise a baby will be quiet for a while. And her Prozac keeps her going. She can't remember a smile. And the stairs sits a weary pensioner who's still got 12 flights to go. Lay her old legs, they won't make it, but nobody wants to know. What do you think of your handiwork, Counselor Jones? A monument to squalor and ill health. Does your conscience care what you've done to your people? Or do you keep it placated with your wealth? ask you, what do you think of your handiwork council with Jones? Your man to deprivation. Does your conscience care what you've done to your people? Keep it later with your The sky is on fire like the soul of a liar, and I know that it's tomorrow again. There's ice on the altar and the holy start to falter, and I know that it's tomorrow again. The poet is in chains and the jester abstains, and I know that it's tomorrow again. Like a lone wolf's voice, I've been lost but through choice, and I know that it's tomorrow again. It's tomorrow again, and it's hatred and pain. It's tomorrow again, and the temples are in flames. It's tomorrow again, and time is getting short. It's tomorrow again, and every miracle. They've killed all my songs, undone and gone, and I know that it's tomorrow again. And now they're killing me too, but what can I do? And I know that it's tomorrow again. There's nowhere left to hide from the lost girl at my side, and I know that it's tomorrow again. I had to set myself, let me be someone else, and I know that it's tomorrow again. It's tomorrow again, and it's hatred and pain. It's tomorrow again, and the temples are in flames. It's tomorrow again, and time is getting short. It's tomorrow again, and all free men are born. begins. Some called losers, lost in time. The some write proverbs, this is mine. I'll see you under the bridge. I'll be you under the bridge. Death means nothing, a life the same. Was there glory when it came? Swing the bodies to one side. I'll take your place while you hide. Where is the proof of the power of prayer? How can you believe in your God now? Step back and see decay's reality in a world where nobody cares. Do you know the barbed wire is cheaper than fleas? Do you care? Do you know your heart is empty? Of course you don't care because your walls. You don't care. You don't care.
Hey there again. I've got my glasses on. My eyes don't look good today, so I'm going to stand at the back here. I'm not feeling very well at all today. Okay, so this is just a postscript to it, and there's 5 more songs to come make up this CD. That was obviously that was definitely a rough mix. The last one, Do You Care? It's waiting for the second vocal to go over the top. I just wanted to say that Someone might say about Bob Dylan and about the protest milieu in general. And I think Dylan might have even said it himself, you know. Songs don't change anything, protest songs don't change anything. You know, what's the point of protest songs, etc., etc. But himself and Lennon, who also has said that kind of similar thing, all miss the point. So if you just went through the songs on this album here, you're dealing with teenage drug addiction. Teenage prostitution, you're dealing with drug addiction, you're dealing with child sexual assault in Daddy Please Don't, you're dealing with domestic abuse in She's Crying a Million Tears, and you're looking at something here that might sound quite naive. Do you care? Do you know that bullets are cheaper than blood? Do you care food? Do you care? Blah, blah, blah. But democracy doesn't change anything. Wars don't change anything. Okay? As I recite this to you now, we're at war with Ukraine. We're dragged into it and everything like that. So wars don't change anything. Politicians don't change anything. Because I wrote these songs 30 years ago. So at least you've got to make the songs and the movies, and this is why you notice whenever there's a charity event and stuff like that, you know, floods in Pakistan at the moment, no one gets together 20 politicians and puts them up on stage. It's always the artists and the creators that tap into the public general psyche and that kind of thing. And so it's disingenuous to say protest songs don't change anything. They change ignorance. As I've said before, the great Suzanne Vega Luca put a lot of things in people's consciousness, you know, that had previously been stuck under a stone and everything like that. So that's why we do this stuff, and that's why we've got to keep doing it, okay? Right, enough of this. I'm going to amble over, turn the camera off. You've got 5 more songs to go. Then I might even find the master tape of this, and you'll be able to listen to whatever the finished album sounds like. I'd like to hear it myself.